Welcome back to the highly anticipated podcast. I'm your host, Josh Raphael. Got my co-host, Will Young, Tyler
Yes,
Pouncey.
sir. Yes, sir.
How y'all boys doing?
Good,
Oh, another
man.
great day to
Chilling,
be alive,
chilling.
man.
It's a
Every
Sunday,
day to be
man.
alive.
Getting ready for the work week. Getting ready to get right
No,
back to it.
absolutely not.
Another day,
Absolutely
another
not.
dollar.
There's been a lot of, being that's in the off season, there's been some drama going on, NBA wise and NFL. We gonna start it off with NFL, because it's been a lot going on in that field. But to kind of
Mhm.
kick things off, obviously we hate injuries, and there's been a lot of injuries going on in training camp. I mean, a lot into a lot of star players. Um, so I'm gonna have to start my Dolphins. This pains me to talk about this topic, but Jalen Ramsey messed up his meniscus. They're saying he's gonna be out 6 to 8 weeks, possibly longer now because they had to fully repair his meniscus. Um, so I'm gonna start with you, Will. With Ramsey before, the Dolphins were looking like a very complete defense, which they still are, but obviously losing
Mhm.
your star corner helps. I mean, hurts a little bit. But do you say losing Ramsey hurts the Dolphins' Super Bowl chances?
Definitely hurts their Super Bowl chances. I think they're still contenders. Obviously, you have Xavier Howard on the other side, and they still have a very talented team, offensively and defensively. But 100% hurts their chances, especially with the signing of Eli Apple. If they're going to be using him to replace Jalen Ramsey, good luck. That boy talk a whole bunch and get torched a whole
Yeah,
bunch.
yeah.
So, personally, I think that hurts their chances. But are they still Super Bowl contenders? You could probably still say that, just given obviously the talent on their team and if they stay healthy and everything. But definitely hurts their chances. I'm not gonna say super significantly, but a decent bit.
I mean, I guess you could say that, but I mean, it's not like he's out for the whole season. So I mean,
Mhm.
if he's able to get back with probably and get like 4 games under his belt before the postseason starts, I feel like they'll be straight. Like like Will said, they're still Super Bowl contending team. They should be able to win the division, and maybe if they, I gotta look at their schedule, they can possibly get the 1 seed for real if they win their division and win the games they're supposed to win even without Ramsey. So they should be okay.
I agree with both of you guys. Like I said, it pains me to talk about this because I feel like every time the Dolphins take one step forward, something happens and they take 3 steps back. Like every single year, it doesn't fail. A star player gets hurt or something's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous to me. I remember we got Byron Jones after he had like a career year, and I was like, oh my gosh, like we're great, and we saw what happened to him. So it sucks, but do I think it hurts their Super Bowl chances? I want to say 50-50. Like, part of me feels like it does because of the fact that, you need to be able to build with your team, and obviously, being that you're the star corner on the team, being that there's a lot of young guys that look up to you, I think they're going to kind of miss having that, I guess, leader in a sense. Not saying X isn't a leader at all. Like, he's a great leader, he's a veteran, but it's just having that Jalen Ramsey there could really rally that cornerback group. But also to the point, he's not missing the whole season. So I believe if everything goes well, he's supposed to be back by like week 13, around there. So, you know, making a late playoff push, etc. And I mean, if the Dolphins can at least be contending in their division or at least in a playoff spot with Jalen Ramsey out, then they weren't. Then we shouldn't even be talking about Super Bowl contenders at all. I think they should be able to rally with the other pieces they have on defense between Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, X. I mean, you have a rookie they just drafted from South Carolina, Cam Smith at corner, who's going to be really good. So they have a lot of
Oh
pieces.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like saying like Tua, is out till week 13. And we're gonna have a conversation, But I just think it's half and half. Only because like I would lean more towards like no, because like I said, they still have a really good team and they still have a lot of pieces. I mean, so it does suck though, to see him go down. And speaking of
What
injury though, this is another topic that might, kind of hurt, I guess, Tyler a little bit.
Oh boy, what a scare! What a
yeah, it
scare!
was a scary thing happened this past weekend. Joe Burrow's rolling out right, and then he just came up hobbling. At first, looked like a little more severe of an injury, but thank the
Definitely
football
looked like Achilles.
gods. Yeah, so thankfully it
Boy.
wasn't that. They're saying it's a calf injury, and he's gonna be out, for a little bit. But Tyler, we'll start with you. Do you think this little calf injury on Joe Burrow raises significant concern, or is it just like just take the rest? It is what it is.
Zach Taylor, the coach, was like, a lot of him was sore. So even starting that day, he had a calf sleeve on, which is the first time I've ever seen him wear it. So obviously it was something going on with the calf beforehand. I personally think they both sides should have been like, hey, we trying to figure out this contract. Let's sit down, because he was very close, having prior knowledge to this and having to deal with an Achilles tear. He was very close to tearing that Achilles. I don't know if y'all know, you pull up like that and you plant that foot, and normally them blew that Achilles out. But he's lucky. A lot of people like watching it. You could tell he didn't really tear it because his foot flexed up. And when you tear it, your foot goes like this. So it wasn't I'm glad it's a calf strain. I still was scared regardless. But hey, I didn't have to deal with it.
He tore his biz. So he knows.
He knows. Me, so he's real lucky he didn't have to deal with that. But I mean, we've seen Burrow hasn't had a full training camp in the NFL yet, if we're really being honest. COVID year messed up his knee. Then he got his appendix removed last year. So another broken down training camp. So hopefully we get 1 year with him with a full training camp. But I feel like it doesn't really mess anything up. They said he should be back in closest to 100% he's going to be by week 1. So hopefully he's playing and stuff, and he should be able to be straight.
Yep. Big facts. Honestly, I'm happy for Joe Burrow. Glad he's okay. That John did look mad scared. It looked just like real similar to KD when he pulled up and he kind of like, it looked like, or he thought somebody had like kicked his leg or something, or kicked his foot, and then he like, dang, it kind of just dropped. So definitely glad. Yeah, honestly, I know it's not like you need training camp, but at the same time, somebody as valuable as Joe Burrow, I feel like you might just have to be like, hey, bro, just cool out for the rest of preseason type.
Maybe come on, he ain't coming on that field.
Like you ain't doing nothing. You gotta relax. They need bruh. So glad he's okay. I want to see him. Tyler's a big Jared Goff hater, so I was like, when it happened,
got nothing to do with Jared Goff.
When it happened, I'm just because we're on the topic of Joe Burrow. I just want to throw this out there. He like big, obviously, like he big, big hater. Jared Goff. Not sure if y'all knew that.
For the record, I'm not a big hater of Jared Goff. He's just overrated.
What I was saying is like, obviously, he's kind of made me to grow to hate the Bengals, sort of, and so. Immediately when he went down, I'm like, oh shoot, I was happy when I found out it was a calf injury, but I'm like, dang, I was really hoping he was on the field because I want Jared to show that he's a better quarterback this year. But I didn't, like I said, I just say all of that to say
pause. Wait, do you think? Granted, no, I don't think. No, it's like are you insinuating that you think like Jared Goff's gonna have a better season than Joe Burrow?
That's what you just said.
No, I just want the.
What you just said.
Well, I want the.
But that's what you said.
Not
though.
That far. I think the gap is not as great as people make it.
That's my like, what do you mean? Like, what do you think? You don't think there's a gap between Joe Burrow and Jared Goff?
Josh, for the love of everything that's holy,
no, there is.
Clip this.
There is 100. Let me make sure I'm very clear on this before y'all eat me up. Okay, there's a 100,000% gap between Joe Burrow and Jared Goff. It's a clear gap. Everybody can see it. Even I can see it, and I'm a Lions fan. But I am saying that, based off the numbers that put up, I'm not just trying to be a stats guy because I don't want people to cover me that. I'm not just trying to be a numbers guy. But if that's one of the aspects that we're looking at, based off the numbers, given that Joe Burrow has probably the best wide receiver trio in the league, they weren't miles ahead of Jared Goff. And outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, his second leading receiver was Khalif Raymond, who had about 600 yards and 0 touchdowns. I'm just saying. So,
All that
and
is true, but
that is true.
I
And
feel like the biggest thing,
Burrow's second and third wide receivers.
but you're
had
not
more
looking
yards,
at the
so-
whole. You're not looking at. I
No,
don't feel like
I'm
you look
s-
at the whole picture for that. Because
I'm
one,
saying I'm not just looking at stats.
because one, you guys have arguably one of the best O lines in football, and Joe Burrow
Nobody
has
has the best
arguably one of the worst O lines in football. So that's a
Mhm.
big factor in itself.
100%. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I do agree.
And I don't really know if
agree.
we could just look at the stats because I mean,
No,
like,
I'm saying
I
I'm
mean,
not.
what
just
did we
a
say the
I'm
three
not
things are?
just
What did we
being a
say?
num-
What did we say? We said stats.
Stats.
What did we say? Context and eye
Context,
test, right?
numbers, and eye test. Those are like the 3 criteria where I feel like you can draw a conclusion about who's better. So
John,
Is
maybe
there
that's what
any
I'm saying.
criteria that you
Hold
think that Jared Goff is better than Joe Burrow in?
Jared Goff is not better than Joe Burrow. I'm going to repeat that again. He's not better than Joe Burrow.
I know, no, I'm
But-
with you. But you had said
when
earlier.
people
That's
talk
why I'm
about-
confused. I'm just
No,
because
no,
you
I'm
said
saying when people talk about Joe Burrow, I'm just talking based off of last year. That's all I'm talking about,
Yeah.
just based off of last year. When people talk about Joe Burrow, it's usually like, ooh, Patty Mahomes, Joe Burrow. Ooh, like they upper echelon, crazy out the wazoo. And then when you think of Jared Goff, you like, man, he's just somewhere, especially Tyler. He's like, yeah, he's somewhere down there with Geno and maybe a couple others, maybe Marcus Mariota, something like that. So some just low level, non-existent, whatever. I'm just saying, based off solely the numbers, not context and not test, just solely the numbers. Given that Joe
Okay,
Burrow
hold up.
has the best wide receiver core, the gap's
Hold
not
up,
as
up.
great. You give
Josh,
Jared
I hear
Goff.
you. Hold up.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, forget that argument. I hate that if you give and if you play here, that's not gonna throw that out the window. And second of all, Josh,
Well,
when I asked him who's the better quarterback out of Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson, right? Who is Lamar Jackson? Okay, who has more
Lamar
passing
Jackson.
yards?
Correct.
Who has more passing yards?
Joe Burrow has more passing yards.
No.
Are you talking about
in Jackson? Goofy.
Oh, Herbert. Sorry.
Okay, who's the better? And we still say who's the better quarterback. So you say
Who's
who?
the better quarterback?
The
Lamar.
stats. Look at the whole. Jared Goff ain't got no playoff wins since he got to Detroit. So I don't want to hear nothing.
Okay, well they were.
All right. Hold on.
All I'm saying is
honestly, let's hold that thought. Let's hold that thought
Yeah.
because we are gonna have to talk about this top 100 list, and it is a lot of crazy quarterbacks over another. So let's hold it.
Yeah.
The thought.
Okay.
I'm on
Okay.
that.
I mean,
It's
to answer
crazy.
the-
That's a
just to go back
crazy
to-
list.
Just to go back
Yeah,
to
go
the
back.
question real quick, just so we don't kind of get too sidetracked. Do I think it's a major concern? No, because I feel like he needs just to take the adequate rest, and he's gonna be fine. The biggest thing for them is to not rush him back. I don't care what he got to miss. That's one thing you don't rush back. So yeah, you let him take his rest. I think they'll be fine. Right, like you said, just a little strain. And I think they'll be good. So I don't think it calls for like major concern. But before we go to our next topic, share this to start the show. But just want to say shout out to Bronny and the James family. Obviously, with all of us being athletes, when we see another athlete just go through something like that, like cardiac arrest, it just kind of hits home in a sense because it's like, wow, that could have been any of us. I just want to say I'm real happy that the USC athletic department, athletic training staff, all that. I'm happy they were there in time to kind of get him in the best possible position to survive, at least when he got to the hospital. And I just know, just as a parent like Braun and Savannah, I'm sure it just felt like their world was upside down. And I just want to say too, like, man, like, I don't really care if I kind of get hate for this, but like some people out there, bro, you guys are like wild. Like, you look at comments and the first thing people want to do is make it about political issues and make it about everything else instead of just saying get well or etc. Bro, he is a 18-year-old kid that just got cardiac arrest and you're literally commenting about political issues under post about him. Like, and to me, that's just crazy, bro. Like, some people just don't have a heart. Some people don't have a conscience. Like say get well soon. Whether you love his dad, hate his dad, bro, that is an 18-year-old kid that just literally got a heart attack. Like, come on, bro. Like a lot of
Big
people out
facts.
there, I'm sure there's
Only
people
thing
doing
y'all
that.
should be sending is prayers, and that's it. That's it.
Literally.
Shut all the rest of that nonsense up. Like,
It's just sad, bro. Because like I said, like I'm sure a lot of those people that's doing those crazy comments, I'm sure they got kids too. So I'm like, man, like you doing this, like God forbid that's your kid. Like you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just people just don't have a conscience, bro. They don't have a heart, bro. And it's sad because like that's the sports world. Like I feel like there's so much other there's the entertainment industry, and I feel like the one industry that's always like no matter when something bad happens, people always say some crazy stuff is sports. And that has to change. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like that has to change. It's actually sick. Like that people, just divert everything and point it to something else completely not having to do with, someone that just got cardiac arrest. So yeah, I just kind of want to just throw that point out there. I'm happy that Bronny is doing better.
big facts.
But yeah, that's my piece on that. Will and
Oh,
Ty, you
and
got
last
anything to
thing,
say?
hey, listen. If y'all learn CPR, learn how to use the AED. Can't stress this enough. Sudden cardiac arrest can happen to anybody at any time. That joint does not discriminate. Obviously, Bronny, if it quote unquote shouldn't happen to anybody, it shouldn't happen to Bronny. Someone who has access to the best trainers, the best nutritionists, the best whatever, best facilities, the best everything. And so, obviously most of us don't have access to that, and it can still happen. So learn CPR. It's a life-saving skill. Yeah, that's it.
It don't take
I'm
but
not
a few
sponsored by
hours to get
nobody,
that
so
class.
but
It don't take but
a
a few
couple
hours to get that
hours,
class.
bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's like y'all
I mean-
y'all can Netflix binge. So y'all just take 2 hours out your day,
Right.
get certified, learn how to save a life, and keep it pushing. All right. That's it.
Facts.
We are
Facts.
not sponsored
But
by the American Heart Association. We are not.
but back to kind of our regular schedule program. We're just having a slightly, I wouldn't say heated, but a little conversation about quarterbacks. And the NFL top 100 list dropped. And if you don't know, it's voted on by the players. So
I don't know how. How? We don't know.
So
We really don't know.
I'm pulling up the list
is
here.
crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm about to pull up the list here, and this is the first one I want to talk about. And it has to do with Justin Fields. Like looking at this is like it's crazy. So Justin Fields came on the list at 86, right? And a quarterback that he's over is Trevor Lawrence. So that'll be the first thing we talk about in this. I mean, simple question. I'll start with you, Tyler. Should Justin Fields be 10 spots ahead of Trevor Lawrence on the NFL top 100 list?
Not at all. I think Justin Fields is going to have a much more improved year this year, but I don't think he's even. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is probably like 8 or 9, and Justin Fields is like 15 and over there. So I feel like that's not even in a discussion. Trevor Lawrence led that team with that, I wouldn't say terrible defense, but it's definitely a below subpar defense. And now he gets to have another. He had a great season off that, and then he started off that playoff game terrible, but hey, he got the dub. So I mean, I guess you can't really fault them too much because they ended up winning. So, but Justin Fields over him is crazy. It's a lot of people in that list. Like Terry McLaurin is at, I want to say 94. Correct me if I'm wrong. Terry McLaurin too damn low.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's outrageous. That's terrible. So that they must all had a you know what session before they was making this list because them niggas tripping. They was OD because some of them people in that list is crazy. But Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence is not. That should not be it. If anything, it should be flipped, honestly. Or Justin Fields should be like in the 100 after.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, let me say Justin Fields shouldn't be in the top 100 anything. That's number one. Justin Fields is one of the worst starting quarterbacks in this league. That is, I don't know what people see in him. I don't know what you mean. That's crazy. That's not crazy. He is. Let's just
bro.
really. It really get
We
down
do
to it. It's the
context.
truth.
Look at context. Look at
okay.
context.
All right. Like I said, he's one of the worst starting quarterbacks in this league. And obviously, in respect to Trevor Lawrence, nowhere close. Nowhere close. I don't care. I don't care if Justin Fields runs the football or what. It's nowhere close. Absolutely not. Eye test, numbers, context, all of the three combined, Trevor Lawrence is miles ahead of Justin Fields. I don't even think Justin Fields had as many touchdowns as Trevor Lawrence with rushing and passing combined. So, I mean,
Well,
to me,
duh.
it's not. Well, I'm saying, like, if you
Just
really like that, like,
look
if
who
he's
Trevor
really
had.
ahead,
Look who Trevor had, though. That's all I'm saying.
come on, bro. Like, that's not. But that's not. I don't think that's really an indicator of, oh, well, maybe we give Justin Fields a leg up. Like,
Is that not context though?
did
Is that
Trevor
not?
Lawrence have like an incredible? Did he have a incredible wide receiving core?
I
Was it
mean,
like
it's a very good one. It's not terrible, and it just got better.
it's
So
probably yeah, it just got better now. But if we're talking, obviously they make this top 100 list given what's just occurred last year or this past year.
it's
It's
still
not
miles ahead
close.
of Justin Fields' situation though.
It's not close.
So
Doesn't. Well, I mean, but we agree though that it's not close. Obviously, like Justin Fields it shouldn't have been close. That's crazy. That's crazy that they even do that. I don't know who does these. It can't
It's
be
the
There's
players.
no way it can be the players. They're just
Honestly, I could
refuse
see
to
it though.
believe.
I could see it though, but I could see it though. I could see it though, because
They
from a
must
player's
see something
perspective, like
totally different in terms of his running ability that I just don't see yet. Maybe that's it. Because I don't. I mean,
he's the second best rushing quarterback in the league. What do you mean? It's something you don't know what it is.
bro,
what
I
you
know,
mean?
but like not there's not many like premier running quarterbacks in this league. Like there's just not a lot of quarterbacks who are like running like that. So that doesn't mean much. If there was like a large pool of running quarterbacks, then maybe, but it's like
never been. So.
I mean,
like Lamar.
Yeah, I don't know how he got there. I don't know how he got over Trevor Lawrence. That's a bit wild. I'm trying to look at it from a player's perspective. Is it just because he has that running aspect too? But I don't think like in terms of passing, I mean, it's not even close. Like it's really not like it's not like that's no disrespect to Justin, but it's not close from a mechanical standpoint.
Disrespect.
From
all disrespect.
Like, no, from a mechanical aspect, from
close,
just from a vision aspect. I mean, from a pocket presence. I mean, I could go on. Like it's just really not close. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is the prototypical quarterback. Like when you want a quarterback, you want a guy that's like, I'm pretty sure he's like 6'6", great mechanics, great vision. That's
great
Trevor
arm,
Lawrence.
accuracy,
and
all
great arm, all that. So he proved that a little bit last year, leading his team to, the playoffs. Obviously we got to see Justin Fields, see how he do this year. Hopefully he can really improve his passing game. But I'm not really mad that you say he shouldn't be in the top 100. To be honest, I'm really not mad at that. I just have to see the rest of the list. I just have to see the rest of the list to kind of see who else is on it, because I think they still got like 50 more spots that ain't come out yet. But I don't know. For sure though, he shouldn't be over Trevor Lawrence. I mean, like you said, if you want to flip it. But he shouldn't be better than Trevor Lawrence. Because I'm trying to figure out too, is it because of the fact that he runs as well, or like defense is like, oh man, like that's harder to game plan against. But then as we go down in this list, we have the best running quarterback in the league.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson at 72. And the next quarterback ahead of him is Will's guy, Jared Goff. So Goff at 66. I mean,
yeah, bro. These players be knowing what they talking about on everything, bro. I'm telling you, like these.
You
players,
just said
because they
you
here.
just said.
Like they here with it, bro. Like
Will,
they know.
Will,
they know.
Will.
No, continue. Go ahead.
Pick a
Sorry.
side.
Do you think?
I don't know. Pick a side, Will.
Do you think? Do you think Jared Goff should be ranked higher than Lamar Jackson?
No, absolutely not. That's kind of outrageous. Even for me, even for me, I love Jared Goff. I think, but that's outrageous. Jared Goff hasn't done enough to be over Lamar by any standard. I mean, Lamar's the MVP. Obviously, the team goes to playoffs. He's one of the best quarterbacks in this league, best running quarterback in this league. I don't really think. I'm not really sure what they were thinking again. Obviously, they're just looking at this 1 year, which is okay. Because that's what you base the top 100 off of, this 1 year. I get it, but it's just too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just can't. Honestly, that's not as much frustrating. More frustrating to me is Tony Pollard at 66 over Lamar. I think that's 10 times worse than Jared Goff. Jared Goff might be bad, but if you put Tony Pollard as a better player than Lamar Jackson, then obviously somebody's lying about who the players is really,
Yeah.
Tony Pollard overrated as hell. Tony Pollard is good, but
What?
66, top
what?
70 in the league? That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
What are we
That's
doing,
like
guys?
Devontae Smith, DK Metcalf, like it's players like Terry McLaurin, it's players like that that's way better than damn Tony
Well,
Pollard.
I mean, they're saying also too. They're saying, if I'm not mistaken, let me look at this over again. I mean, we talked about how underrated Scary Terry is. I mean, they have him at 94, and they got Amon St. Brown 30 spots ahead of him. And I don't know if Amon St. Brown is a gap with Scary Terry. I mean, me right now, I'm taking Scary Terry, respectfully. But
and I can respect that.
But I don't know how he's 30.
It's not that big of a gap.
Yeah, they're.
With all the quarterbacks,
it's not that big of a gap. Honestly, y'all want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even gonna get into that. Obviously, like Tyler is Amon St. Brown's like arch nemesis.
But Terry McLaurin, though, come on, bro.
Okay, Scary Terry. I love Scary Terry. When we listed our top 10, I'm pretty sure I put Scary Terry in my top 10. Pretty sure I did. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But honestly, I think they should just scratch the whole top 100 thing. I think it's entertaining, obviously, but like it's just too much to try to figure out. I don't really know what's the criteria. I feel like they haven't really set a criteria in place for how they determine the top 100. Maybe they should just shorten it down to like top 50, top 25, top 50. I don't know, but the top 100 is just like it's too many. And then
how do they do that though? Like I wonder how.
Like what do they determine? Obviously, because there's different criteria for each player or each position.
I think they bring them in and they just rank and they just like write it down. So that's why, like I say, somebody
that's
had,
gonna take forever, bro. You know how long that's gonna take.
Right. Somebody had Travis Kelce at one. I said, yeah, that's over with. These niggas making.
So do they just get the write down and then just count how many people put them there and like?
I guess so. And they just average it. I think that's how
they better give me a Scantron.
Absolutely no way they said whatever survey. Maybe they had 25 NFL players coming at one time, and then like 15 of the boys put Tony Pollard ahead of Lamar. That's just not. You're not gonna convince me that happened.
Crazy.
You're not gonna convince. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna believe that. I'm not gonna believe that.
Diggs
also,
Diggs is too low too.
He was 60. Dak and Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Dak and Aaron Rodgers were ahead of Lamar too by a good amount of spots. No. Dak is at 56.
Dak's not better than Jared Goff. What are they doing? What are they doing? Don't make sense, bro. Nah.
Oh, hold up. You said Dak not better than who?
Come on, bro. Like, let's not do that.
Who you taking?
This. Come on, bro.
Who you taking?
Let's not do this.
Who you taking?
Josh,
who you taking?
Oh,
hey, Josh. I'm sorry. That's tough. Hey,
let's not.
Not that tough. If we're basing it off last year, I gotta go with Goff. No, I gotta go. No, because bro, Prescott, he's an interception machine, bro.
He is, bro.
He's an interception
machine. With pieces.
They've had honestly, arguably the best team in football the past couple years, and their QB play has been what to stump them. Yes, the Cowboys.
No, that's not the
What are
best
you
roster.
talking about, bro? They had one of the
Yeah,
best
Tyler.
offensive lines. They had weapons in
yeah.
CD, Turp, bro. You know how many
CD.
weapons they have? Go to their defense. Their
That's cool.
defenses are one of the best defenses.
They got.
It's just their
time
QB
out.
play
Their
has always
defense-
been mediocre.
Their defense has so many holes last year. If you think outside of Michael Parsons and Diggs, their defense was so holy. They had no
I thought
safeties.
their defense was. I thought their defense was improved from the year before.
It was. I mean,
Honestly.
yeah, you can improve, but you still had holes. I'm not saying it was terrible, but y'all making it seem like they was out there playing like the 49ers. They no.
Well,
that's
I
not
think-
one of the
I'm
best
not
rosters
saying
in
that.
the league. Hell no.
But I think, and Josh,
Oh
you would
no,
agree
they
probably.
did, bro.
I think you could definitely say that if you had to look at something and say what's like the reason for their success, it's probably gonna be like 1A, 1B defense and their inconsistent quarterback play. Probably. If you had
But
to
I don't know. That's iffy because you got to think of injuries too. Everybody always hurt. So
yeah, I guess. Yeah, and Dak did have some injury. But even still, Dak's not better than Jared Goff. I mean, that's just come on.
that's tough.
Pro Football
honestly don't
Focus.
know.
Pro Football Focus ranked the Dallas Cowboys second in defense.
Huh.
Like they're saying
Crazy.
they had the second best defense in the league.
But
second.
okay, let's find because PFF be on some BS sometimes. Sometimes they be credible, but it's other times I don't know. But I don't know. I just didn't. Some of the games they lost because of their defense. So
I mean, but it's just too. Dak turns the ball over so much. So I mean, can
and
you
their
really blame the
giving
defense?
up all them touchdowns?
Okay, but how is that their fault if Dak is turning the ball over at their own 30 and giving the other team a short field? I mean, a lot of defenses are going to fold in that situation. Like those teams are leaving
got
with
to
points
keep coming back
more
out. They
times than
gas,
not.
bro. Like,
Bro, he
Oh, no.
throws
Dude, Cowboys
interceptions
is the-
left and
the
right.
Cowboys is the Cowboys. They gonna cowboy it every year. They gonna find a way to mess up regardless. So
If we're
them with the
basing
best
off last
roster,
year,
they can have
I
a
go
damn
with
super
Jared
team,
Goff.
and they still gonna be the Cowboys to me. They
good
just gonna
choice.
find a way to mess it up. They gonna find a way to mess it up.
That is true. You're not lying about that. I don't know how they do that. They do that every year. Every year, I'm thinking they're gonna be good.
That's
Stephen
why
A.
I
love that.
them.
Stephen A. love when
Yep,
they
I
be
love when the
folding.
Cowboys
Geeked
fans
up.
try to talk. I'm like, y'all ain't did nothing since I've been
America's
born. I ain't
they're
seen
America's
the
defense.
Cowboys do
America's
nothing.
team.
Yeah,
They're
America's
America's
in the
team,
90s
man.
team. They ain't did shit since the
How
90s.
y'all think the Jets gonna do? Y'all think
I'll
the
give
boys gonna
them
be like
9
tough?
If they get
10 and
that, they get
7.
Dalvin. They get Dalvin. Things get a little.
They could have. Matter of
I
fact,
don't
I'm happy
feel
you
like
brought
they
that up.
need Dalvin.
I'm
I don't
happy you
feel like
brought that
they
up.
need Dalvin though.
You said they don't need Dalvin.
I feel like you got Brees Hall
I
coming back.
agree. They don't.
They got a
They
deep,
don't
already
need
got
Dalvin.
they already got a deep running back room. I mean, you can bring him in for 1 year, but that's gonna throw off your
Yeah.
growth for Brees Hall.
They just stack. They just stack. They don't really need him, but they're stacking talent, and Dalvin is probably a premier running back in his league. So
He want to come to Miami, but Miami not trying to give
no,
him
he
that
don't.
what he
You
want.
want to go to the
They're not trying
Jets
to get
now.
him that
Bro, he
bad.
literally came out and said that he would love to play for his
He don't
hometown.
know.
Like he wants.
He don't know where he want to go. It's gonna be somewhere.
It's just
in that
Miami
division, though.
not giving out the bread like that. And honestly, they probably should hold off. If I'm them. I mean, you got Jonathan Taylor requesting trades. Hold off. We give the
Hold up,
crib
so
for
what
him.
you giving up for? What you?
Should we figure it out? We figure
you
it
giving
out
up for
for
Jonathan
JT.
Good.
For JT,
1 year wonder.
Good
1
luck.
year wonder.
they ain't no 1
They
year
got
one. He
that
was
boy
hurt
on
Behind
the
last
the
year.
best. Yes, he was.
He was hurt last year.
Behind, and they
He was
got
hurt
one of the
last
best
year, bro.
O-lines. And he got
Okay,
one
but
of
he
the
was
best
hurt
O-lines.
last year. He was hurt last year. He was hurt.
And when he had that crazy
Who
year,
a
he had one of
1
the
year
best
wonder?
O-lines.
He was
JT,
hurt last
Jonathan
year. He's
Taylor.
still good, bro. When he played, he was tough. Like he
Bro,
still
you
put up
trying to
crazy
say-
numbers
you
when he
trying to say
played.
Jonathan Taylor is like? You trying to say he's like not good or something? Or like?
I didn't say he wasn't good, but I feel like he's
I
overhyped
didn't
off
know
of
what
1
you
year.
were-
Yes,
What do you
But
mean
he's still
overhyped?
good.
he had 1 good year. Y'all were calling him the best running back in the NFL. Off of 1
No,
year.
I'm not saying he's the best
Well,
running back. He's one of the best.
said he
I
was the
never
best.
said he was the.
I said, all
I
right,
didn't
I
say
would
you
say
did.
he
I
was the
said
best for
people-
fantasy terms, but I don't know about. I didn't say he
People
was the best
calling him
running
the
back.
best running back after that
Yeah,
magical
and they're
season.
licks. They're goofy for that, but I mean that's them. I never said that though.
That's crazy. But he is one of the best
Yeah.
running backs in this league, though.
Yeah, he
What
is
is one of the best to you?
for sure. I mean, like I'm looking at his stats. Like, bro, how is he not? What he's in 2020? The man had 1,100 yards, 11 TDs. 2021, 1,800 yards, 18 TDs. And last year, literally his rushing attempts got cut in like half because he didn't run.
No,
Like he wasn't
he
playing.
had that damn
He had
sprained ankle.
861 yards and 4 TDs. He was hurt. But his first 2 years in the league, like, bro, those are running back one numbers, like top 10 running back numbers in the league.
We
Argue
gonna see
top
when he
5
get
with him,
well,
honestly.
if he get traded, we gonna see.
I didn't even
running behind that Colts O line. You better have a 1,800 yards. You
I didn't
realize
even say what he did
couldn't-
receiving.
I don't think they didn't really use him much as
crickets.
Yeah, he was decent.
as a
I
receiving
thought
back.
I
Now
was
they
back.
used
Yeah.
they used what's his face.
That's why they're not trying to pay him. That's why they're not trying to pay him.
Travis Etienne
Man,
did
bro.
say something though this past like yesterday. He did, and it's great because he was like, honestly, like, and if I could pull up the quote, hold on, let me try and pull up this quote real quick because he said something about the whole running back situation and basically how he feels about it. And low key, he was spitting. I ain't gonna lie. He was like, oh, he said, you have to diversify your game. You can't just be a downhill bruiser. You know, he's like, running backs have to continue to evolve and grow our game. And then he like basically pointed to C-Mac and basically be like, he's literally like the example of kind of like how you want to be if you want to get paid in this league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's like, the market is what it is. He's like, you know, essentially from what I'm gathering, he's like, bro, like teams aren't going to pay you 15 mil plus a year just for you to run up the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like they need you to be able to be a weapon in multiple ways.
But that's kind of fresh.
That's
kind of, I can see why that's frustrating though, because honestly, I don't even know why you would look at it like that from an organizational standpoint, because like you prevent yourself from putting pieces on your team. Like that's what most teams have currently. Like you have a 3-down back, usually you know, heavy grounds. That's it. Kind of like with the Lions, like Jamal, and then you throw Swift out there, or once like they kind of switch roles. And then Swift obviously became more of a receiving back. So you have a more elusive back that's going, you know, out of the shotgun. And then you have one dude who's just like your heavy 3-down back. So if you have your running back one who's now doing everything, then what's the point of I don't know. I don't really get that. What's the point of having like other backs that can do other things? Like unless you just want every back on your roster to be able to do everything, which is that's dumb to ask for. Like that's not, I don't know.
No, I'm with you on that, honestly. I mean, it's really a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
Poor guys,
and we're on running backs. I just thought about this too. Like I literally just thought this start bench cut in my head since we were talking about running backs. What would I just say? Do I want to put him in this? All right. So we gonna do a start bench cut. Running back edition. All right. So start bench cut. Alvin Kamara, Jonathan Taylor, and Aaron Jones. Start bench cut. Start with you, Will.
You say Alvin Kamara, Jonathan Taylor,
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Okay. Start. I'm gonna start. Okay, we assume all of them healthy, right? Is that what we doing?
Yep, all of them are healthy.
Assume they're all healthy. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start Alvin. I'm gonna bench Taylor. I'm gonna cut Jones. I'm not. You can go either way, but that's what I'm gonna do. I don't love it.
I'm starting Alvin. I'm gonna be different because Will already said he gonna do what he says. So I'm benching Aaron Jones and I'm cutting JT just because I don't want to agree with Will.
That's great. That's crazy.
I'm a start Alvin, bench Aaron Jones, and cut JT. I think Aaron Jones is so underrated. I'm not gonna lie, like he's underrated as hell.
He is underrated though. That's why it hurt. That's why I was like, He is very
He's
underrated. I
as hell.
agree.
I don't know what stat it was. Like I think he had like, was it Tyler that told me that stat? It was some crazy
It was probably
stat.
the
Like he
most
was like leading.
all-purpose.
Yeah, like all-purpose yards dating back
Yeah,
to something. Like he was like first. I was like, damn, really?
he
You
in
know,
that
like he
he in
underrated.
I
that
think
crazy running back class, that draft class 17. I think
Yeah,
Alvin Kamara might be in there too. That draft class is crazy.
yeah. He
I
was
think
he was
he's
different.
really just overlooked because I mean AJ Dillon is arguably like a running back one potential type talent. To
Bro,
me, at
you got
least.
Aaron Jones though. I don't know why they keep splitting carries with this man. No
But
disrespect
that's
to
what
Michael
I'm
Vick,
saying.
but
I
bro,
think that's
it's
why
Aaron Jones.
it's like overlooked. Yeah.
Man, kill me in fantasy, bro. I was tired of that. I was tired every time I had to see 28 on that field. I was tired of that. Every time I just see 28 on that
That
field
boy,
for no reason.
he thick, bro. He thick.
I don't
Pause.
care what
But
he
Hey,
is. I don't care
yo,
what he is. I was tired of
you
that.
gotta chill.
Aaron Jones, when he played, that
bro,
gonna give me
no,
20 points
respectfully,
easy.
bro. Buddy Plump, like real talk.
I don't
Like
care
that's
what
my
he is.
like he's
Plump, thump.
Saquon.
I don't
He's
care. That man
Saquon.
should not be
He got
playing over
Saquon
Aaron
thighs.
Jones. I don't care. He should not be playing over Aaron
Yo,
Jones, bro. Matt
He got
LaFleur, I don't know
you
what.
gotta
Like
chill.
they must got something going on because ain't no way. Like Aaron Jones will literally. I remember this vividly. I almost lost my mind. Aaron Jones literally had busted out like a 4. I forgot who this was against. He got like a 40-yard like run, whatever. Stopped him at like the 3. Why they took him out? He did all the work.
The thick boy got. He
That's
finna
what they
get
do
it
with
in
the
pause.
Lions. That's what they do with the Lions.
Yeah. See,
Get all the way down to the 2-yard line.
but
Jamal
don't
Williams,
worry,
get him in
Josh.
touchdown.
Pick him up again. He gonna tote that thing this year, guaranteed.
I'm not.
Guaranteed.
I
And
ain't
Jordan
picking.
Love gonna fold.
I can't. I ain't
Just believe
drafting
that.
Aaron Jones. I ain't drafting Aaron Jones
Listen,
because Matt LaFleur.
okay. Let him drop to me.
I ain't
Let him
doing
drop to
it.
me because he
That's
gonna
fine.
tote. He gonna
That's
tote this
fine.
year.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, before we close it out, since we on fantasy, who do you guys to go number one? Like who should be the number one overall pick in fantasy football this year?
Jalen Hurts,
Justin
100%.
Justin
No
Jefferson.
question.
You think Jalen Hurts? You think a quarterback number one?
Yeah, I'm taking Jalen
t-
Hurts.
Crazy.
We
I
talking
had-
fantasy.
listen,
If I
we
get-
talking fantasy though.
Yeah, fantasy.
I'm talking.
not talking
I'm
like-
talking fantasy.
I know, but like we're not talking like
Yeah.
franchise. Like we talking like fantasy football though. Like you gonna
You
draft a
heard what I
quarterback
you heard what I just said,
in
you heard
a
what I just said.
PPR league. Like you drafting a quarterback number one.
bro.
Crazy.
He gets points, bro. I'm
Don't
saying he's
fall
my
into
quarterback.
that-
last.
Don't fall into that rabbit
Hey,
hole. I did the
Y'all
same
listen,
thing with
y'all
Andrew
ain't
Luck
Y'all ain't got to listen
when
to
he
me.
had a crazy year. Next year, Andrew Luck was a bum. My whole team was terrible. So I'm saying, don't fall into
Listen.
that rabbit hole, bro.
I had Jalen Hurts last year. He got me my chip.
Yep.
He got me my
Yep, he
fantasy
same
chip.
thing happened with
So
Luck.
I'm
Luck
just-
was giving me about 50 points a game. I said, damn, but I'm gonna draft you first next year. Did the same. I had the number one overall pick, drafted him first. Everybody laughed at me. I said, watch this. I ended up watching them in the Super Bowl. See? All right. Do that what you want to do with it. Don't draft him first.
Nah, you
If
probably
I
go
get number one, I'm taking
probably
Justin
right.
Jefferson.
Yeah, he
You're not
definitely.
gonna take Jamar? It's crazy, and that's supposed to be a boy. That's
It's
wild.
One,
Yeah, but
one receiver
Justin
compared to
Jefferson's
3
like,
receivers. Come on now.
Yeah.
One gonna get the ball.
I mean,
8 more.
So you're not
I'm
really
proud-
So
loaded
is you
for
taking
it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Absolutely,
At
absolutely.
number one.
Every single year I make a vow that if
Move
one of
on,
my
move
players
on.
is close, I don't care what round, he's coming to my team because I'm that type of fan, bro. When TJ was
Yeah,
there,
you gonna be,
whatever.
You gonna be that type of.
Well, you gonna
You gonna
lose.
be that
You
type
gonna
of dude
lose.
with an
TJ up
L.
early.
Right. You gonna be that type of
It's gonna be
loser.
a,
Hey, y'all say
it's gonna be a
so.
quick
You know what?
season
I'm
for
picking-
you.
You know what? If let me get the first pick this year, I promise you I'm picking a Amon-Ra with my first pick. I don't care what nobody say, and I'm gonna win
That's
the
the
league.
Bro,
league I
don't
want to
me.
be in. Yes, sir. No, don't tell him
Don't
to
do
do
that
it.
again.
Tell him to do it. That's the league I want to be
You're
in.
about to
right
you're
there.
about to
On
sabotage your
everything.
team.
Yeah,
So you get the number one
Amon-Ra.
pick. You picking
Dog
Amon.
water.
Amon.
I get
I
the
bet
number
you
one
won't.
pick.
I
I'm
bet you
getting
won't.
Amon-Ra.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I
Say
bet
that.
you won't.
You ain't on that.
All
All right.
You ain't
And
on
when you don't,
Cause
I'm
you'll be
clipping this and posting this. When you don't.
Yep.
I'm really on
Like,
that.
look, this
I'm
man
really
just
on
get
that, and
Lions
I wanted to
fan.
go back to this video.
Take his
But
Lions
that's only if I
fan.
get the number one pick, though. If I get the number two, yeah.
Might
Matter
as
of
well
fact,
just
no.
still get
Whatever
him.
pick you get, you take Amon-Ra St. Brown. Whatever first round, you take Amon-Ra St. Brown.
But
I don't
that's if he
care.
dropped to me, bro. He's a highly touted like receiver. Like somebody's bound to pick him up before me, bro. Depending
It's
on where
only
I
That
am.
12,
boy not
13
going.
people
He
in the league.
is
He
12.
ain't
We
going
got
top
12 people in the
15.
league. I can guarantee
Yeah,
you nobody
no.
picking him in the first round. I can
Well,
unless
that's
if it's
that's
not
it.
you. If
Guaranteed.
it's not you, I can guarantee nobody
Well,
picking
then
him all
that's
around the first round.
unfortunate. They shouldn't be doing that.
No,
I don't
it's
even
just
know
being
how.
smart.
It'll be a cold day in hell if I pick Amon St. Brown in the first 3 rounds, let alone the first one. That's crazy.
I mean,
You're
if
not
it's
gonna
me
pick
though,
Amon Ra in the first 3 rounds.
I'm probably gonna
And
pick.
that's why you're gonna have an unsuccessful fantasy season.
Yeah,
I'm
all
probably
right.
gonna
I
pick
bet y'all at
Jared.
least make it to the championship.
I'm probably gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm
Jared.
picking Jared Goff before
Yeah,
Amon
I'll
St.
get
Brown.
him first.
And that's sad to say. That just hurt me in the chest. Damn. Ugh.
Hell no, I ain't picking no Jared Goff. I'm gonna get probably Tyreek.
That's
I ain't gonna lie to you, Tyreek. That's
Bro,
just my
Tyreek was putting
go-to.
up
I'm
numbers
getting
last
whoever
year,
can
bro.
help me win.
Yeah,
On
bro,
me,
Tyreek
was consistently
crazy.
putting up like 44, bro. It was making
That
me
boy
mad.
was single-handedly carrying my team. Single-handedly, bro.
Single-handedly.
I think I had him last year too. He was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going not in our league.
No, yeah, I was
No,
say.
it was in a different one. I'm saying like because I was
I had Diggs. I had Diggs, him, and Joe Burrow. That was the 3-headed monster. Kyle Pitt.
You
messed up.
I don't even
up
talk
with Joe.
about
playing
bro.
with 4 people. You over there playing
Messed
with 4
up with
people.
Joey
That's
B.
how you got that stack. Yeah, and
Joey was tough though. Joey B was going
Right.
crazy. Well, except for the first game, he sold me. The first game, he literally
Yeah,
the reason I lost the first
game.
game. Yeah, like threw 4 picks.
5.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about that. That don't make his case look good right now.
Golf ain't had a 5 interception game, did he?
Golf also didn't get his appendix removed the week before.
Why do every time I ask a question, I just ask? I was just curious. I couldn't remember.
I answered it.
I was trying to think.
I said Golf also didn't have his appendix removed 2 weeks before week 1. So what else we got, Josh? Because he already trying to sabotage my QB. I'm not having it. I'm not having it no more. You had that NBA start bench cut. What's the word?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's end off with that. I know it's been like another NFL episode, but we're gonna end off with a little start bench cut NBA edition. I want to say it was I'm pretty sure it was Legion Hoops. They tweeted this out. It was a start bench cut. Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, and Devin Booker. And Tyler, I'll give you the honors.
Tatum, Booker, Jimmy. I feel like it can't be that hard. I feel like we getting bored with the start bench cut, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Just say
it.
Yeah, I don't really I don't agree with that one, but I agree with who you started. I'd say Tatum.
Wait, who did you say? Did I just miss all of that? Like
I said it quick, fast, in a hurry. I said Tatum, Booker, and
wait, you didn't hear who he said?
Because you was flowing. I thought you were just saying like you were flowing. And
no,
just
I started off with it.
All right, hold on. Wait, start bench cut. Start bench cut. Tyler, say that again. Who'd you say start bench cut? Who?
Tatum, Booker, and Jimmy Butler.
All right, straight. Me personally, I'm gonna do Tatum, Jimmy, and D Book. That's me. That's just how I see that. I mean, personally, you can go Will.
Tatum, Jimmy, and D Book. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm wow, that's unfortunate. I'm right with Josh on this. I don't know why Tyler just rattled that off so fast. What's wrong with you? What have you not been watching the playoffs? All right, I'm definitely go.
I watch the playoffs.
I'm gonna go. Start Tatum, bench Jimmy, cut D Book. Yeah. You need a win. You need a winner on your squad. Like Jimmy's a winner.
Curious,
like
though.
what made you just go?
Yeah.
What made you just jump?
A winner. All 3 of them ain't got no ring, so.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Jimmy. But Jimmy impacts the game way more than D Book does. I mean, D Book is literally just, he's a pure scorer. He's one of the best scorers in the league. But like Jimmy literally plays defense, play makes, and he proves when it comes to playoffs, he can score. So I'm just
not scoring the playoffs.
No, but you didn't hear anything else I just said like before that.
I did,
Yeah.
but you act like he got a ring over him or something. Like it's not that big of a gap in my opinion. Like they both was going crazy.
Yeah, but
in
I'm saying
playoffs.
like, but I'm saying it's
You
kind of
did
like
it so,
you
you said it so fast, like you didn't even
I don't need
hesitate.
to
Like
think.
you was just like,
I don't need to think about it. I
So
shouldn't have to think
if you're
about it.
starting a team tomorrow and you had to pick Jimmy Butler or Devin Booker, who are you picking?
Jimmy Butler's like 34, 35. That's kind of a crazy, easy question.
In their prime.
One,
Just think about all right, just don't think about the age. Just don't think about
I mean,
age.
don't think about
Imagine
if we're starting a team. If we're starting a
Just,
team, you have to
just
think about the
okay.
future.
We're doing imaginary world now. Okay, don't think about age. Just think about you got Devin Booker.
You're changing all the aspects.
You have a
It's
3-year window.
happen.
You have a 3-year window to win an NBA championship. You have to pick Devin Booker or Jimmy Butler right now. Who are you picking? 3-year window.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you changing the aspects of the question to make me
No,
change my answer?
I just asked a simple
just
question.
asked
You
have a
You changed the
hypothetical
question 3 times. You said who you start
okay,
cutting.
okay,
You said, who
this is the revised.
I picked.
This is the revised.
This is the revised.
Okay, it's just a simple question. You have a 3-year window to win an NBA championship. Who you picking as your centerpiece? Jimmy Butler or Devin Booker right now?
One's 35, one's 26. I'm picking Devin Booker. Like one's younger,
Right,
one's
that's all
way
you have
older.
to say. That's all you have
Okay,
to say.
so if y'all know my answer,
Because I'm just like, what is like Devin Booker like? Because I'm curious. I'm actually curious about this. No, but I mean, Jimmy has carried teams with way less talent to the finals. Whereas D Book, like, I mean, when he went to the finals, bro, he had a good team. He had a veteran point guard. He had at the time, I mean, he was better.
Chris Paul didn't do nothing in the finals. DeAndre Ayton was getting cooked.
You got there. But he helped get you there.
That's fine. So
they weren't beating Giannis, no matter what y'all wanted to do.
Well, we was up 2-0. We know what happened.
Yeah, so y'all folded.
Talk about that.
Y'all weren't the winner. The winner was going to come out the East. Whoever was going to win the ship was coming out the East. Whether that have been Brooklyn or Giannis.
Everybody was hurting the East. So y'all always talking about Giannis. Giannis had the easy
KD's shoe.
Everybody was hurting the East.
If KD's shoe was smaller, I could guarantee y'all was not beating Brooklyn.
Big facts.
Every team Giannis played was they not hurt. Every single team.
But I mean, I'm just saying, even if them boys was hurt, that hurt team with a hampered James Harden was still beating that Suns in the finals that year. If the Nets
James Harden and Kyrie hurt, you're crazy as hell.
Yeah, but James Harden would have played hobble. And don't get me wrong, he was sabotaging, but the Suns wasn't like that back then. Let's relax. Like that Brooklyn team is still beating that Suns team.
Like I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we want you know. Hold on. Matter of fact, you want to talk about they playing people hurt. Bro, the Lakers were up 2-1 on y'all boys before AD got hurt. So are we really like? Let's be for real.
Well, AD just like I said with the Clippers, AD stay hurt. So when is he not hurt?
But I'm saying though, you said
the Clippers the Clippers are going to win the finals if they're healthy. The Clippers are going to win the finals.
I never bought into that. I never bought into that. You know,
the Lakers. You can say the same about AD.
Now that guy in the middle bought into that. That guy in the middle. That guy in the middle bought into that. You sabotaged the Clippers. When KD was out for that year, you was a Clippers fan for 1 year. You don't think you're slick.
Giannis played. Giannis just like the Suns played. Every team hurt. Giannis did the same thing over there in the East. He played the Nets hurt. He played the Hawks. They hurt Trae Young. I'm telling you,
I forgot them. I don't know how them boys made that all the way over.
And they went to Game 7. And I hope you know right now, we would have swept the Hawks in 3 if they would have beat the Bucks in Game 7. So that's 2. What? What?
Wait, them boys went to 7 with the Hawks?
Yeah, yes.
They did. I'm tripping.
The Hawks was beating the brakes off, was killing them before Trae Young got hurt. He missed, or he went to 6 or 7.
The Hawks took the Bucks to 7. You
hold
sure?
On. I might be tripping.
Trae Young was cooking them before he sprained his ankle. Yes, it was either 6 or 7 games.
I don't remember that. I could be wrong though,
Okay,
but
the
I
Hawks was just like the Lakers was beating the Suns
4-2.
up
4-2. 4-2. It was
4-2.
4-2.
Oh, I was about to, okay, my
Yeah.
fault. But Trae Young got hurt per usual. So y'all, just like the Suns didn't play nobody healthy, neither
I
did the
don't think
Bucks.
that really made a
So
difference to keep it a buck. I
that
don't
did
think
make a
that made
difference
that
because Trae
serious.
Young was cooking Drew Holiday the whole series until he got hurt.
I don't know. Giannis leg bent backwards, and when I saw him come back, I knew they weren't losing. I said, "This man."
Yeah,
I knew that was
third
done.
game
I
in the
thought he
finals,
tore everything in his knee, and he
yeah, I
came
don't
back
know
2
how he
games
did that.
later.
Indestructible.
So I don't
That
know.
was
I don't
crazy.
think anybody was gonna beat that team.
He
if
did
we
that.
being
He
real.
did that for Greece. He did that for
Yeah,
Greece.
Somebody,
so I
I
mean,
was telling niggas they should have drug tested him because ain't no way in hell he didn't tear something in his knee. And I ain't
that's
saying I
pure
want to see
natural.
somebody get hurt,
That's
but
that's
that's
pure natural
crazy.
thing. I mean, that's
But like
pure.
I said, both sides of them was playing people hurt, so I don't want to hear it. If you don't do it for one
Yeah,
side,
you
do it for the
can
other.
say that.
Yeah,
You can say that.
Yeah,
I mean, I ain't mad at
you
you.
just said it so fast. Yeah, you just said it kind of fast. That's
I ain't
all.
mad at you
It's
saying
a
D
little
Book
fast.
Am I-
over
but
Jimmy.
what answer do y'all expect me to say? Like keep
Well,
it
I
a buck.
kind of
What
was
answer
hoping
do
that
y'all
you would say
expect me to
Butler.
Well, that's
was
a
kinda
damn
hoping
shame
that you
because
would
you ain't
say-
gonna hear it. No.
I mean, I mean,
It was just honestly, I'm not even upset that you said D Book. It was more so that you just said,
I started D Book.
yeah, this is fin. You just went, bro. This is getting too easy. Tatum, D Book, Butler. Whoa, like you didn't
Yeah,
even
like you
like
said,
you
I'm
didn't
saying-
even
But these start
consider
bench cuts are
the.
like y'all are even lucky I didn't even start. Like, what do y'all expect me to say? That's
Start
really the
You
question.
wait. What were you
Start
about to
who?
say? Finish what you about to say.
Start who?
Start
Start
who?
who?
One played good in the finals, one got locked up during the finals. So
I'm just. Can you say who? Who are you gonna
What-
start
wait,
considering
who,
starting?
who are y'all owls now? You know who I'm about to say. What the fuck? Like, one played good in the finals, one played like trash in the finals.
You was
Correct me
gonna.
if
You
I'm
said
wrong.
You was gonna start D Book.
over
One played
Tatum.
good in the finals, one played good in the finals, one got locked up in the
All
finals.
right.
That's all I'm
See?
saying.
Now for all y'all
I didn't
out
say
there,
it though.
Tyler
didn't
don't
say
wear
it.
But you're
glasses.
thinking it. But you thinking
But
I didn't
if
think.
y'all
No,
want to come
I
from
said I didn't start Booker. I said he's off the bench.
you
Did you-
said
did you consider
lucky
it?
I ain't. You said you lucky I ain't.
One played good in the finals, one got locked up in the finals.
Okay, but you can't like. I mean, you can't just judge that. I mean,
Alright.
Tatum is clearly the better player, and
You can't
a lot
judge
of
it.
different.
You gotta,
can't judge
and he
that.
was
Why can't-
tasked like
why
he was
can't you
tasked
judge
with
it?
guarding Kevin, bro. Like in the first round, like
I mean, I don't really think. I'm be honest. I
In
don't
the
really
first
think
round
that's
compared to
even.
the finals. That's crazy.
Okay, but D Book
Jason
D-Book couldn't
Tatum
guard
is.
Kevin. Like, let's be real. Like,
Why would he be guarding
D
Kevin
Book's not.
Durant? Come on now.
Okay, I'm just saying D Book's not
That's
a
not even,
defender
like,
that's really gonna.
Come on, bro.
D Book's not a
Why would
defender.
he be
Listen, I'm
guarding
saying
him?
D Book's not even a defender that's gonna actually stop anybody's best player, any team's best player.
That's not his
Like,
job.
what I'm
His job to put the ball in the basket.
So
That's all
Tatum
I'm
puts the
saying,
ball in the
Tatum
basket
puts the ball in the
and
basket,
plays
yeah, for
defense.
sure.
and that's what I'm saying.
Well, I didn't
So
see it in the
I-
finals. I seen him get locked up, put in the box by Andrew Wiggins. Andrew
Cool.
Wiggins.
I'm trying to think of this. I'm trying to think of this. Hold on. I'm trying to think of something.
He averaged 20 points in the finals. That's all I'm saying. He averaged 20
Alright.
points in the finals.
Who's
And
some
I
of the
mess with
best
Jason
scorers in the
Tatum.
league? Who's some of the best scoring forwards in the league? Okay, so let me ask you this. Carmelo Anthony was probably arguably one of the best scoring forwards in NBA history, correct?
Mm.
So like, but nah, I can't even say this because he's not on that tier. Never mind. I'm trying to compare it because Kawhi is a different breed. Because it's like you're prioritizing just being a better scorer. From my list, you're just prioritizing
No,
just scoring.
No,
strictly.
I'm talking about who played better in the finals. I don't.
Oh my god,
He
he
didn't lock nobody up on Golden State or nothing. He got
So
locked
you
up
not,
by
so
Andrew
you only
Wiggins.
basing your start bench cut off the finals. Is that
No,
what you doing?
No, I'm bad.
No,
He's
that's what
the-
it
If
out of
sounds
anything,
all-
like.
Jimmy
out
went
of
to
every-
Jimmy went to two
out
of them.
all three, listen,
Jimmy
out of
went
all three of
right.
them, all three of them who played the worst in their finals. Crickets.
I don't know. Jimmy was pretty crazy in the bubble.
Stop
like,
it. No, I'm saying who played the
What?
worst.
What do you
I
mean?
said who played the worst. I said who played the worst.
In the
Who played
mean,
the worst
I
in their
mean-
finals?
I mean, that's
Obviously,
probably,
who?
that's gonna.
Say it.
But
Say
you
it.
can't-
Say it for the people in the
Probably
back.
Tatum.
Thank you.
But
I'm
then
not
again,
saying
like
I'm
I
not
said, he gets
starting Jason
tasked for
Tatum.
more though. He gets tasked for more. That's why it's more
Who is he
impressive.
guarding?
Like
Who was he guarding in the Golden State series?
Probably somebody. I don't know.
No, nobody. He didn't have nobody to guard.
Wiggins.
And Wiggins was with as being the third.
He was the
option,
second
Wiggins
lead
was
scorer on that
still playing.
team. He was the second lead scorer in the playoffs.
And what was he doing?
Clay was third. He was
And that's
second
my
lead scorer in
point.
the
You're proving the point right there. You're getting cooked. He's not out there doing nothing. He getting locked up and he getting cooked by Andrew Wiggins.
I feel like
With a
you're
Steph Curry
screwing him.
team.
He's the second best player, so he's being tasked with.
Already
while
won.
also having to
Like
get
Wiggins,
buckets,
though,
like, I
you
don't
can't-
understand.
Not even just get
can't
buckets,
stop
but
Wiggins.
like he also play makes too at times. So it's like D-Book
true,
literally,
bro.
that boy literally just come off screen and catch and shoot one-on-one. Like that man
Oh.
really dope. Bro, that
He said
D-Book,
come off
from what I
screens.
saw,
I don't know about
he
no
was
come off
going nuts.
screens.
No, he comes off a lot of curl screens.
Let me
They
see the
literally
buck.
set
I
him
put
up
my
great. They
headphones
set him
inside.
up
That's
great.
crazy.
He can get a buck on his own too. Don't
That's
get me
a bunch of
wrong.
one-on-
But
I was about to
Can y'all even
say.
hear what I'm saying?
yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
y'all,
What happened?
I
What
think,
did he say?
What happened?
can y'all hear anything?
Yes.
We can hear the
Oh,
mic.
what? Oh shoot, bro, I couldn't hear nothing, bro.
God, bro. Oh yeah, let's chop this up, man.
Yeah,
Let's chop
bro.
this up, bro.
I was
It's
like,
okay.
I can't
It's
read
about
nobody's
time, bro.
lips.
It's about time, bro. Oh man. Hey,
Couldn't hear nothing.
appreciate y'all for tuning in. Subscribe on our way to trying to get 100 subscribers.
Yes,
Appreciate all the love
sir.
on IG. IG's been blowing up, been doing good numbers. And
Keep
we're gonna be
running it
back next
up.
week. Appreciate y'all. I'm your host, Josh Raphael, co-host Will Young, Tyler Pouncey. I'm gonna see y'all.